Hey, just was wondering, is this an out-of-season April Fool's joke?
No, it's a fully fledged Diablo experience on mobile.
Diablo Immortal became hated right off the bat as they announced it at BlizzCon 2018. Why did it go so wrong? First, we need to know who goes to BlizzCon. Core fans of Blizzard, who have supported them for years and are willing to pay for expensive tickets, travel, and hotel stays. This, coupled with the fact that Blizzard games have a long and continued history of making PC games, so naturally their core fans will have a high degree of consumers on PC. And these are the people that Blizzard decided to market their mobile game to. Now we know a little bit about the difference between the people who were marketed to and who Blizzard thought they were marketing to. Now we can look at why this created such a negative reaction. The first answer lies in bandwidth. Not the kind that dictates your internet speed, but the kind that dictates how much, how precise, and how fast the player can input commands and receive data. Virtual reality currently has the highest input-output bandwidth, so that's the big strength of VR. Aside from VR, a normal PC has the highest available interface bandwidth between the player and the game. A keyboard, a mouse, and a large screen. So lots of buttons and a two-dimensional input, with a lot of real estate to put graphics on. Next down the line we have consoles who have less bandwidth, with its limited number of buttons, inputs, and lower field of view. The frame rate and graphics also suffers. But it has less barriers to entry to play, so ease of access. On tablets you can have many buttons, but each one sacrifices some real estate on the small screen. It can have a two-dimensional input with the same sacrifice when you move your finger across the screen. So we've already lost a lot of bandwidth between the player and the game, having moved from a desktop while gaining ease of access all the way down to a tablet. But going from a tablet to mobile is an order of magnitude greater. All the same sacrifices applies. On-screen real estate, button availability, graphic fidelity, and it's just amplified. The ease of access is maximized and the barrier to play is minimal. But it comes at a massive cost of quality of play. In sum, PC gamers care a lot about the quality of their time playing, and Blizzard's core fans are PC gamers who care a lot about the franchise they've supported for years. As a side note, I want to mention Hearthstone as an outlier to this rule, as card games require little interface bandwidth to begin with, so it works natively on mobile. But this doesn't fully explain why it went so out of hand at BlizzCon. So the second thing that comes up in our analysis is negative bias. We humans care more about negative things than we do positive things of an equal intensity. Just think about how much time you spent each day trying not to be killed. And generally, there are more bad things that can happen to you than good things. So it's an evolutionary trait that we've adopted to stay alive and prosper. So when Blizzard decides to show its core fans a mobile game of one of their beloved franchises, people recognize the loss of quality in mobile games much more than the ease of access that's possible. Not to mention that they're PC gamers, quality is already more important to them than the ease of access. So the negative bias is amplified by this. Already we can see that it's gotten out of hand, and maybe you can tell why it's Blizzard's fault. At this point, I should probably mention that the game is a fine product, probably, but to announce it that heavily and heartedly to people you know care deeply about the quality of their experience and your franchise, it stretches belief to the limit and beyond that they did not see this coming. The venue was wrong, the message to core fans was tone deaf, the sheer bombacity of the announcement do not match the expectation from mobile games. If this had been handled in a smaller booth at BlizzCon, that showed it as, look at this cool thing we're doing on the side, or we're also giving you this Diablo game you can play while waiting for the bus, then expectations would have matched the message. In sum, overhyping your game works against you. This looks like a confused executive decision to treat a mobile game like a AAA PC game and think that you can market it in the same way. I've been Frank. Farewell.
Is there any plans to make this playable on PC, or is this strictly mobile forever?
Are there any? The current plan is to be on mobile, both Android and iOS. We don't have any plans at the moment to do PC. Do you guys not have phones?
Yeah, you guys all have phones, right?